you doing? I hope you are okay. I just wanted to come on here and just say a little warning, just a tiny little warning, because a lot of supernatural things are going to take place, and I really don't want you guys to reject the thing that God has given to you because you have placed God in a box and you didn't realize you placed God in a box. So I'm going to give you two examples. The first example is something that happened on my channel actually. So I have a video on my channel pertaining to my hair, and in that video I talked about how God taught me to grow out my hair, how to take care of my hair, how praying for my hair is very important and things like that. So God told me to upload that video to teach other women how to grow out their hair. So there was a young lady who commented on my page, and let's just say that she has a Pharisee. I really don't want to call her that because she was so sweet in a comment, but she was just one of those people who put God in a box. So she was like, oh, in regards to the topic of this video, I really don't believe this is the time for this kind of video. I myself has alopecia. I'm gonna say that again. I myself, the woman, said this. I myself have alopecia. But I don't think this is the time to talk about this. So I received the comment at first as a Pharisee type of comment, so I deleted the comment, and then I went to God and I was like, God, this is what this person put on my channel, and the Lord immediately spoke to me and he said, I was trying to heal her of her alopecia. God was trying to show that woman that she has been putting God in a box regarding her hair. She did not believe that God can heal her hair. She did not believe that her hair can grow back. So God led her to my hair video, and she rejected the very thing that God wanted to do in her life. God wanted to show her, put your hair care in my hands and let me show you how to grow your hair out. Let me show you how to heal from alopecia. But instead of her receiving it like that, she rejected the message. And when God gave me that revelation, I was like, whoa, I began to feel sorry for her because I'm pretty sure she was taught, you can't go to God about certain things. It's off limits with God, and that's the main thing about my channel. My channel, I teach people how God speaks to me, to show people that, hey, God has used some very peculiar things to talk to me, but he speaks in whatever way he wants to speak. So that young woman missed her blessing because she didn't think that God can heal her. She didn't think that God can help her with an insecurity of hers, because God cared about her so much that God brought her to a video that was going to explain to her how to help her with her hair issues. Because I can't imagine, what it's like to have alopecia, and I don't want to imagine that. But, that's an example. And another example, I remember years ago, there was a speaker who came to our church, and he was telling us, he was telling a story. This was a true story, you guys. So there was a man, his home was about to be foreclosed, so he needed a certain amount. So the certain amount dropped into his bank account, but he took that as, okay, maybe the bank accidentally put this money in my account. So he called the bank. Of course, the bank took back the money. So then his home got foreclosed. Then his wife divorced him. And all those things happened because he rejected the very thing that God blessed him with. He needed that financial miracle. He needed a breakthrough. He needed money to save his home from being foreclosed, and God dropped that money into his bank account. And because it was a huge amount, and it was the very amount that he needed, he rejected it. He rejected it by calling the bank and saying, hey, I think you guys made an error. And the reason why I'm saying these stories is because just because it's a little bit extreme, do not doubt it's God. Just because you have been taught a certain way about God and God has been speaking to you in another kind of way, do not doubt that it is God. God is going to speak to you how he wants to speak to you. God is going to perform it how he wants to perform it. But we have to get out of this mindset that God can only speak to us internally. That God cannot use other things to relay a message to us. That God cannot bring breakthrough in certain areas of our lives. For example, with me, food. When I was surprised, I turned to food as comfort. So I had a very unhealthy relationship with food. So I didn't know how to properly take care of my body. But one day I went on I believe, a week fast, and God was beginning to explain to me the things that I needed for my body. He began to explain the different foods I needed to eat, what I didn't need to eat. He actually said something about my teeth because I was having, I'm not going to say it was a problem, but I started to notice something about my teeth. It was kind of like tingling a bit. And so God told me to start using Sensodyne. And I didn't know that Sensodyne was for sensitive teeth. So as soon as I started using it, the little tingling thing in my teeth went away. And another personal story, I don't have AC in my home. I didn't think it was possible for me to have AC in my home because I never in my life had AC. The only time I have been in AC was at school or at work or anywhere outside of home. So one day, one summer, I believe this was back in May, all I did was complain to God. All I did was say, God, I'm tired of taking 3 showers a day. I'm just hot, blah, blah, blah. I did not think it was possible for me to have AC because that just was not my reality. I have been in a hot house my whole life. So the very next day, I had an AC unit installed in my room. And that night, God woke me out of my sleep and he said, do you not see what I just done for you? And at that moment, I realized I put that in a box. I didn't think it was possible for me to experience AC, but God was showing me, stop putting me in a box. So I want to say that to you guys, do not put God in a box when it comes to certain things. There is nothing out of reach for God. There is nothing too impossible for God. Those things that have been hindering you your whole life, you know, it's time for you to put that in God's hands. It's time for you to put everything that has been bothering you inside the hands of the Lord because he wants to take care of those things. He wants to help you. But you have to sit down and realize that you are putting God in a box pertaining to certain topics, certain things about your life. And you know, God wants to help you in these areas, but you have to sit down and realize, like, hey, like maybe I have been putting God in a box, and maybe it's time for me to take him out of this box. So yeah, so please do not think it is too extreme or it is too out of the way or it is too uncomfortable. I talk to God about everything. I talk to God about my little lady area down there, and it's not to freak y'all out, but God cares about every single thing that we care about, you know. So I just want you guys to be encouraged and do not be afraid to talk to God about the things that you couldn't talk to your parents about, the things that you couldn't talk to your close friends about, those things that you've been hiding in the closet. You know, there is nothing too small, too big for God. But do not continue to place God in this box that he does not deserve to be in. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys are blessed. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.